Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we are back with another banging video, honey. In this video, we're going to talk about Khloé Kardashian getting dragged on Instagram after calling out Mayor Karenbass, saying that Mayor Karenbass is a joke. Now, guys, there have been so much information and stipulations against Mayor Karenbass, and I'm learning a lot of things. Now, initially, we learned that it is said that she had reduced the fire department budget. However, the citizens of California and people who understand politics, the budgeting and all of that, they are coming out to clarify a lot of the things that the media outlets are sharing that is not entirely factual. As a matter of fact, what I've discovered is that Mayor Karenbass did not cut the fire department budget. As a matter of fact, it was cut because the city wanted to focus on other areas that they believe was important to focus on, like homelessness and fighting the increase of crime in California. And when they took from the fire department budget, Mayor Karenbass worked to ensure that the fire departments actually received more funding. Also, a lot more has been exposed in this. Now, in case you guys are not aware, you guys know that there's a major fire going on in California. Now, this major fire that is going on and water shortage, many people are pointing fingers at Mayor Karenbass, but I want to remind you guys of some incidents that took place that actually contribute to this stifling situation that is going on in LA. And Khloé is pointing fingers at Mayor Karenbass when she should be pointing fingers at herself and her siblings because they have contributed to the problem that LA is facing with water. Let me jog y'all memories a bit because maybe you guys don't remember, but I remember this as though it was just yesterday. Now, do you guys remember when Kourtney Kardashian was launching her Lemmy brand and they wanted to have a bit of a launch party in LA, and they lied and said that it was like a baby shower. It's going to have about 20 people, close friends and relatives. So they wanted to get the permit to have the party. Now, after the party was held, they discovered that Kourtney lied because there were over 100 people, and they're saying, a party of that magnitude cannot be held at some locations because it will affect emergency, like first responders. In case there's a fire, they can cause blockages on the road where the fire department vehicles cannot move at will so as to prevent the fire outage. Do you guys remember that? And then after that, we heard that the mayor was actually, I don't remember if he was fired, but something happened and that gentleman lost his job. Do you guys remember? No, it doesn't end there. Do you guys remember when Kim Kardashian, Khloé Kardashian, Kourtney, they were all getting called out for their excessive water usage because they were still having parties. They had their sprinklers on 24/7 and they were getting fined and they were getting called out. Do you guys remember that? And not just that. Do you guys remember when Miss Kibby Cakes sent that care package to Mayor Karenbass when she was first elected and Karenbass refused that care package? And I said, you know what? Seems as though Khloé's feelings are personal, not just voicing her opinion. It's personal because it seems as though they have something against this woman the moment that she refused the care package. And now a lot more information is being revealed about what actually is going on in LA. This fire, Mayor Karenbass, I'm learning, is not the one to be blamed. And as a matter of fact, she did do a good job of doing her job. So I want to provide you with this one comment from someone that I saw on the Shade Room, because the Shade Room made a post. The people there were dragging the hell out of Khloé exactly as she deserves. Now, one person said, those who don't live in LA need to understand a few things. Karenbass is a mayor of Los Angeles, not Santa Monica, Pasadena, Altadena, or Encino, which are some of the other impacted areas. Pacific Palisades and Malibu are the two most affluent communities in Los Angeles. I saw a voting map and the majority of those residents voted for Rick Caruso, the billionaire who was running against Karenbass. A lot of celebrities supported Caruso over Bass because he's their financial peer. Not knocking it, but it is what it is. The city of LA was facing a huge budget shortfall. Cuts had to be made. The two most prominent issues in the last mayoral election were homelessness and crime. The fire department budget is well over $800 million. When the initial cuts were made, $17 million was cut from the fire department budget. Meanwhile, the LAPD received an additional $138 million because everyone was up in arms about crime. However, the city of LA was in the process of negotiating with the fire department, raise salaries, and the end result was a $50 million increase for them. So in the end, no, they weren't shorted. I know everyone is rushing to blame, but the truth isn't going to be sexy. This was unfortunately a perfect storm for a calamity. Those winds are up to 100 miles per hour, making air support to fight the fires impossible. The vegetation was dry because after a record rainfall that created mudslides earlier last year, LA was in the midst of a major drought. The fire department's water supply is the same supply used by the residents. It is not a system equipped to handle 4 or 5 major wildfires at one time. Other California wildfires were not like this. No system in the country could handle the demands put on the water system in the midst of those fires. I'll judge both the governor and mayor and how they respond to this crisis. And while the jury is still out on that, KK's comments are ill-informed. Now, I have to say kudos to this person for providing such insight and awareness. And she's not the only one saying this, because I was looking at some comments earlier today and I saw a lot of people saying something somewhat similar to what she has posted. So I have to say kudos to her for putting awareness and knowledge out there. Now, there were some other comments and people believe that Khloé need to shut the heck up. So we're going to get into those comments that were calling Khloé out for speaking on Mayor Karenbass. Now, one person said someone who had a baby by Tristan shouldn't be calling anyone else a joke. That comment has over 23,000 likes. Another person said the Kardashians hired a private fire department to make sure their properties wouldn't burn during the last fire. Must be nice. Honey, they did it again. They did it again. Okay? Now, another person said had nothing to say during the election and now she want to flip her soup coolers. Okay? So that person is saying she just want to flip those thick lips of hers. Another person said, is she lying? Of course she's lying. One person said, it's amazing how outspoken everyone is when it's a black woman at the helm. That comment has over 10,000 likes. Another person spoke on the $50 million budget increase, but your social media babies are so slow, our future is doomed. Another person says 60% of California water rights are owned by three people. The mayor didn't cause that. That's true. Another person said the old Kardashian family is a joke, literally. Another person said she's a joke. She ain't lying. Oh yeah, she's lying. You're just as horrible as Khloé. Now, another person said that old family been silent during any and every type of election. She shouldn't have a damn thing to say now. Another person said, didn't Khloé vote for Trump? Of course, she makes comments like this. Another person said, Khloé, you tried it with Jordan, but baby, this ain't what you want. Stand down. Okay, so they're telling Khloé, okay, seems as though you have a pick for black woman. Another person said, let's not forget Jeff Bezos can pay for the old LA to be rebuilt and still be a billionaire. That is so true, but Jeff Bezos is not going to do that. Another person said, stop buying their ish and make them irrelevant. Karen Sims Kardashian. So they kept on dragging Khloé Kardashian exactly as she deserves. And I saw a few more comments backing up the initial statement about Mayor Karenbass actually increasing the fire department budget. And they carefully outlined how the budget was divided and the areas of crime and homelessness that they wanted to focus on. So, as you know, some of the comments are saying there's nothing Mayor Karenbass could have done to really stop this. Some people are saying it's not up to her. And yes, it's true. It's one couple in California that has been highlighted to own majority of the water source there. I don't know how two people have so much power. And then again, the thing that really gets me is the fact that they're not allowing citizens to set up a catchment facility for rainwater, and that can be so useful. That can be so helpful and so useful to the land. I don't know why it is that, you know, a first world country in a state like California doesn't have several catchment facility. I don't know, but I mean, when people call Jamaica a third world country, I can say that we may not have that many fire departments. We may not have that many firemen, but you know what we have? We have several communities with several water tanks, several catchment facility, so that when it rains, water is available for people. You can, you know, control little fires, and your community can come out together and help you to mitigate those damages. Also, when you look at how majority of the homes are built, the homes are not built, you know, you live in California, you live in a state where you know that fire is inevitable, and the homes are not built with specific instructions so that they can withstand the fire and so that the blaze doesn't spread so rapidly through the community. I think that is something that they need to look forward to when they are rebuilding. I think that citizens need to look at building materials, you know, the perimeter of their home, how it is situated, and all of that jazz. Because I do see a few houses that were built with specifications to withstand the fire, and people had trenches around their home. They had certain fences that would help to fight the fire, and those homes, they did withstand the fire. I'm seeing houses looking flawless in the midst, and everything around it is looking like an apocalypse. So you know that there are some people who really had good plans, and the good plans, it paid off. Yeah, is one of those people. But that's all I have to say about that for this video. You know, Khloé deserves all she's getting. She deserves it and a lot more. But that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what are your thoughts. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you guys in the comment section. Peace.